and now hails from California. He's got 2 siblings. He's a father of 4. I can't remember what it is you do professionally, brother, but he's got a stunning wife right next to him. So whatever it is, it must be magic. Brother, can you please grace the stage? Let's give him a round of applause.
Wow. As he was saying something, I was thinking about what he didn't know, what people didn't know who didn't have a father in their life. And what I thought about as he was saying that is what I didn't know when I was growing up, all the challenges that I had. I didn't know when raised up in Oakland 58 years ago that my parents being raised in a family where there's domestic violence every night, where the police were always at that house. And it was just crazy, just think about all the violence. So much to impact me when even I see violence against a woman right now that has a dramatic impression on me because of what I must have saw that I repressed back in my mind. So I didn't know that things were working out for me then. I didn't know when, after the divorce, that I thought things were going to get better, they actually got worse. That was a time when my mother experienced what we call now depression, but she experienced a mental breakdown, which at the time she was a school teacher out here in Oakland. So we went from having a pretty good life to all of a sudden I have a mother who's suffering from mental depression, who's technically what they call right now mental breakdown, and she couldn't provide for us. I didn't know then that things were working out for me. I didn't know, when I first got married, we got together, I tried to save a woman, I tried to find a woman that I can heal. Since I couldn't heal my mother, let's find somebody who I can heal. So we have 2 people who are suffering from traumatic childhoods trying to put things together. In the course of all that, we got caught into a tremendous, awful drugs addiction too. During that time it was crack, which led on for over 20 years. I didn't know things were working out for me. I didn't know when after I had to separate from my wife and move to Vallejo. In those times I got deep into my drug addiction. I didn't know things were working out for me then, to the point where I just wanted to end it all. I couldn't work, couldn't see my kids. I remember vividly walking on the pier in Vallejo, just asking for some pills, drinking alcohol. And the next thing I know, I'm getting resuscitated because I just suffered a massive heart attack. I didn't know things were working out for me. All I knew, I was depressed and I wanted to end it all. And then 2 weeks later, the wife that I had, she passed away from a car accident. So here I am, deep in my addiction to crack, and have 4 kids to take care of. I didn't know things were working out for me. I didn't know that God had his eye on me, that many times I could have been stopped by the cops and everything could have been over. Many times I could have had a heart attack from ingesting drugs, because I was taking all sorts of drugs, pills, anything to ease the pain from not feeling wanted, not feeling successful as a black man. It was just terrible. And again, I didn't know things were working out for me. So after she passes away, I got 4 kids. You would think, okay, let's straighten up your addiction. Still had the addiction, risking my life, going out on weekends, trying to get high while my kids are in the house. Still continue that even though I know I'm the sole provider. I didn't know things were working out for me. Later on, came into a situation where I moved from that situation and moved in with a person. And that slowed my progression through the disease because I had to be accountable to somebody. It's a good female friend of mine, and I did not want to disrespect her household by going in there and continue that. So that eased the progression of it. But things fell apart between me and her, and I didn't know that her kicked me out. Things were working out for me. So I'm homeless, had to find a place for my kids. And I finally get a place. I called a lot of people. Even my best friend of 30 years, nobody calls back. The last person I called had me some money where I was able to move into my place. So I had a place, no furniture in it, nothing at all. But what I didn't know is the key. What I was trying to find out all those years was try to feel better, just to try to feel better. So I had my own place, and I knew the only way that I could feel better was to exercise. So I started exercising. And this, mind you, go back a little bit. While I was homeless for a little while, I had went to the doctor, and the doctor says, you got diabetes, you got prostate cancer, and you got hypertension. And I'm going to put you on medication for the rest of your life. I didn't know that things were working out for me. But I knew once I got my place, the only thing I could do to make me feel better was to exercise. So I started exercising every day, and I just started enjoying life and thinking, you know what? The only thing that's important right now is feeling better. Money's not important, none of that stuff. But what I started to realize was the better I felt, the better things got. To the point where, like I said, didn't have too much. I'm working out every day with my son. We going around, we're in a state of joy, just working out, father, son. And impulse, the Most High, Spirit, God, whatever you want to call it, made me rendezvous with the most beautiful woman on this earth. I didn't know that things were working out for me. Well, all I knew that there was a connection between the way I felt and the way things were turning out for me. And the message I have for anybody right now is your thoughts create feelings, and your feeling create outcomes. Once you start focusing on feeling really good, things gonna get better. The more you focus on the negative things in your life, the more negative things happen. The more positive things you focus on, the more positive things open on. I tell people today, if you want something, you have to become it first. If you want love in your life, you have to become love. If you want peace in your life, you have to become peace. If you want abundance in your life, you have to become abundant in your mind. Everything precedes that. Your thought precedes everything. I want to tell everybody that you are so powerful as a creator, so powerful, but it starts with your mind first. And I'm a pure believer in the law of attraction. Everything that is likened to itself is drawn. And if you have a positive mind, you will draw positive people around you. Like Marshall, I drove Uber and Lyft for about 3 years now. I see myself as a vehicle to express love and peace to everybody, to see people as a child of God. I meet nothing but gods, children of gods when I'm in that car. And when I recognize that, they recognize me. And it's just a beautiful way to do it. So I'm so honored to be here. I thank Denzel, I thank Marshall, because this is also an opportunity for the first time to tell my story and to expand. And to let anybody know that whatever you're going through is planting a seed for greater things. All you have to do is just go along with it. Instead of pushing against it, go along with it and say, you know what? Things are working out for me, and this is for my greater good. So again, thank you guys. I really appreciate being here. Thank you, Denzel.
Mic check, mic check.
Can you turn my mic up? Can you hear me? You're good. Do we have any questions in the audience for John? Okay, go ahead.
What's up, John? How you doing, bro?
What's up, Ron?
I don't know if I missed it, but what was the catalyst to make you come out of your addiction? What happened?
I realized that the process of me feeling good was what I was looking for. The first time I took a hit of crack, I was looking to feel good, and I chased that for over 20 years. But once I found out working out, that triggered it. That could be walking, that could be doing yoga, as you know. That is the key. That is a natural release, and you don't have to worry about coming down from it. And the more you do something, you see results, the happier you are, and you go into the gym and you meet people who are just kindred spirits, and it's just a tribe. So that was the catalyst. The same energy that I had chasing the drugs, I had that same energy in chasing the high in the gym. So the addiction, I have addictive nature. What am I going to focus on?
Anybody else? I have a question. Okay. Can you come on up and grab the mic?
When you were in, well, first off, thank you for sharing your story and being vulnerable with us today. When you were deep into your addiction, did that cause friction with the relationship with your kids? And if you were able to repair that, how were y'all able to repair your relationship?
Yes, I remember the vivid memory of one day me and my late wife was getting high and my oldest son trying to get into the door and knocking on the windows, and we're all spooked, so I'm just feeling really ashamed, or whenever we're in the bathroom. So that developed a lot of trust, and I made it to the point where I said, you know what, I have to transform that, I have to create this trust, and I have to demonstrate through the clarity of my example, how you can use that energy. So none of my kids, thank God, they're addicted to working out like me, but they're not addicted to any other substances because they saw what that could do. So I just led by example, and now, I don't criticize for anything, give them judgment, know that that's a part of their evolvement. So whatever they want to do, I love them unconditionally. And that's the whole thing about parenthood.
Ashe. So I have a question. When you recall the moment you said you got kicked out and you had your 4 kids and you were homeless, I don't want to speak for you. Was that the moment where you realized something had to change, or was it before that? And if so, do you think we can get to that moment before it's catastrophic?
I think it was a gradual thing, that things were not connecting because I wasn't in alignment with the right energy. So before then, I had to make a decision to follow my heart or do something that I was obligated. The lady in question, she wanted to get married, and I had to follow my heart. Do I get married to make her feel better, or do I risk telling the truth? And whatever consequences has, it just takes its place. So I told the truth, and in my truth, that got me to where I got better and better, because I couldn't stand in that negative energy. So it was a gradual thing. Boom, God wings, all along the way. It's that time.
Well, they say the truth shall set you free.
Yes.
Are there any more questions for John? I can't really see back here. All right, brother. It looks like you're off the hook, man. Let's give him a round of applause. Man, I'm a drink of water because nobody wants these waters up here. I'm thirsty just listening to y'all talk.